And welcome, libertarians and who are here. Yeah, I butchered the intro. Why do I always butcher intros? Welcome, fellow libertarians. I am James Just, your friendly Sacramento chairperson. Joining me today is Kevin Moore, the chairperson out of Contra Costa County, and we're here today to talk about the Hewitt for Governor campaign. You guys have a event down in the Bay Area this Friday, if memory serves.
Yes, that's right. At the Westover Winery. We're going to be there from 6 to 9 p.m. Got a barbecue dinner. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope you all can make it. We've posted around in various locations. I know it's as an event on Facebook on the Alameda County website, and get a limited number of seats, so book your tickets while you can. Looking to finalize with the caterer, and we've got a fun event and fun evening planned on Friday.
Yeah, the link is in the description for this video, so we should have no trouble finding the event. The Eventbrite link, I believe I linked those I linked that one in the video. So how's the campaign going? How's the volunteer end of the campaign going? I know finding volunteers can be difficult these days. So how's that going?
It's been exciting. You know, there's so much opportunity for us with this election. We had a bit of a surprise with how quickly the election is coming up. At first, it might have been as late as November. It's coming up really fast, September 14th. For those of you who weren't aware of that, we need help now. This is the time for us to get that information out. We're working on getting all sorts of things put together. I know a lot of you have asked about things like swag, like materials, all sorts of things from the campaign. We need your help. There's a lot of things that are going on, and the more hands we have, the more we can do. So please go to hewitt4ca.com, sign up as a volunteer, donate if you can. Yeah. We can use the money, and it's helping us get the word out. We set up phone banking. We got all kinds of good things going on.
Okay, so what was that address again? Let me get that. Hewitt for H-E.
Hewitt, H-E-W-I-T-T, 4ca.com. That's the number 4.
There we go.
Excellent.
Hewitt. All right. So you can go to hewitt4ca.com for get some information about that. And I know I've lost track of where I was at. I know it's finding volunteers, getting money. I know our vice chair posted the timeline for the calendar timeline, just the calendar timeline. Not even talking about the poor treasurers, what they've got to do, just for the calendars that you've got to meet. It's insane how tight that is. You've got like 6 days to get your 6 days to get signatures, your nomination signatures, and your money paid. It was literally absurd.
All the deadlines, all the filing things, those are all things that take away from effort we can put into the campaign. Plus, the vote by mail ballots, and a lot of people are used to voting by mail now, they all hit people's mailboxes on August 16th. So now is the time for us to get the word out. Now is the time for us to let people know, hey, Jeff Hewitt is a great option for governor. We want to reach out to those libertarians in the area, to no party preference and other registered voters, to independents, and folks who might be thinking about, hey, who do I want to choose as the governor if, as hopefully is the case, Gavin Newsom is recalled?
Yeah, and well, especially Democrats. You know, if Newsom gets recalled, Democrats are going to be left with the choice. There's no Democrats on the ballot. Who are they going to vote for? You know, we have to let them know libertarians are a real choice. We're not just having to, they don't have to choose a Green Party candidate. As much as I like Carson, you know, he's, you know, I've met him. He's a nice guy, but, you know, Hewitt's a much better option for a governor just in terms of experience. And we have to show that we're a viable option, and getting out there and talking to people and just kind of saying, yeah, we're actually Hewitt is actually a safe choice, believe it or not, you know?
And that's a good point. We should probably clarify for your viewers exactly how the recall works. A lot of people are confused about it. Voters are going to have 2 questions on the ballot, and my understanding is this will be the only thing on that ballot. There's no other items being voted for in the September 14th election. The first question is, do you wish to recall Gavin Newsom, yes or no? And the second question is, if Gavin Newsom is recalled, who would you like to replace him? And Gavin Newsom cannot appear on that second list. So there are 2 things. One is obviously we want Gavin Newsom to be recalled and a yes vote on that first piece. And then people will have a vote on the second option. And it is a winner take all. It is a plurality vote. So there are going to be 60 people on the ballot or a large number of people on the ballot. Whoever gets the most votes wins. They don't have to reach a majority, which really opens a lot of opportunities for us as libertarians. It's one of the best opportunities to get our name out there, to let people know who we are, and to see, hey, there's another option out there that you can choose.
Yeah, and well, I think one of the groups that we actually forget about is there's going to be that group of Democrats who support Governor Newsom, but we'll have to make a choice on that ballot of if he gets recalled, who are we going to choose? And we have to make the point that Hewitt is actually a safe answer for me. You don't have to choose one of the regional Republicans. You don't have to choose an unqualified Green Party person. You can actually choose somebody who's actually safe, because how much can he get done by himself with a supermajority assemblyman? So he's going to have to compromise to get stuff done. So it's actually the safest choice is to run for a Democrat, is to vote for a libertarian. And then you're also not setting up a future where you've got a fight for a future Democrat fight, which they don't have. I mean, I think there's a couple Democrats, no-name Democrats on the list, but the Libertarian is actually the smart choice for a Democrat if you support Newsom, but he loses. And I think we have to make that case as well. Now, how we make that case is that's a delicate case to make without pushing off, Republicans and everybody else we might need. But that's politics, and that's why Hewitt's for governor. He's capable of figuring that thing out. Now, how about money? How are you guys doing on fundraising? I know it's always been a tight schedule, but is you getting some feedback from that?
It has been. We've had some great fundraising results. Some large donors have come forward. I know the team is working hard. They're doing a bunch of stuff out at Freedom Fest coming up, where they'll be reaching out to more donors. We have a lot of activity there. We can't share the specifics, but lots of exciting things going on there with the campaign. I'm not really able to comment in detail about that, of course. But
there's some energy from the fundraising. Is actually
absolutely
the most important. Good. Absolutely. That's actually important. Maybe it's not even necessarily so much how much you raise. It's that there's energy behind it. It's that it's not kind of dead.
And I think that's one of the things that why they wanted a short time frame on this is there's not that much time to build up energy around this recall campaign. So the time, it's why it's so urgent for us to get going now, get things happening now. We're really excited about that. We did have, and I do want to mention this, we did have another event that was scheduled in Oroville. We really want to reach out to the Jefferson folks. Jeff Hewitt is committed to reaching out to the people of Jefferson and letting them know that, hey, you are an important part of who we feel is not being served by the current California administration. He had to change that for a schedule conflict. Unfortunately, we're hoping to reschedule that and get up there to Oroville again at some time in the next few weeks. So watch for more on that.
Yeah, I think it's important that we talk to also make sure that we know that there's a large group of people who are not heard. They're simply not heard at all in the current political
There are
structure.
a lot of people in California who are just not represented by the current administration. They feel like they're left out in the cold. And that's why so many people want to leave the state of California. That's why people are leaving California in droves, because it's no longer a place where people can follow their dreams and people can be successful. It's no longer a state, as Jeff Hewitt's been saying, that goes out and solves problems and deals with tough issues and tries to address what the people need.
Yeah. So unless you got anything else for Hewitt, what is Contra Costa County up to these days?
Yeah, so we have some exciting things going on in Contra Costa. Our team has recently launched a Twitter and an Instagram social media page, and there's some really great stuff going on there. We're continuing to grow. We had another meeting yesterday, and we have an election on Saturday to fill a couple of vacant spots on our executive committee. So we're excited about that, and looking forward to getting the word out about Jeff Hewitt. Obviously helping support this event coming up in Castro Valley, and working on outreach, just reaching more people in Contra Costa. We've had several new guests just yesterday, and looking to continue our growth.
No, that's good. We're actually getting our first picnic coming up here on August 1st here in Sacramento, our first annual picnic. So that's, we're starting to work on that. And I think we've got something scheduled for 9/11 at the Capitol. I mean, we can't talk about details because details are still up in flux, but we've got the permit. So, it's happening. It's just a matter of exactly what's happening is we're still kind of working on details. But there's exciting things going on here. There's exciting things going on all over the place. And do you have anything else exciting in the areas? I know you're kind of more plugged into the other area than I've been in the last 2 months. So anything else to point?
Let's see. I know that there's a ton going on in the Bay Area. San Mateo's pulling back together. I understand that YOLO now has a Libertarian Party affiliate in YOLO County. Marin County is getting reorganized and lots going on there. And I know that our Northern Area Coordinator, Gia Christopher, has been in touch with folks up in the northern counties, Siskiyou and Reading. And I know there are people up there who are excited about getting the word out about the Libertarian Party. So lots of exciting stuff going on with the LP in the northern area. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing our continued growth. You know, we're looking at in my county, we have kind of this central area, and then we got a coastal mountain range and a whole section that's on the other side of the mountains. We're at the point where we might be able to start reaching out to some of those people. It's been challenging for us to set things up there, and we're looking at getting things started there. So, yeah, bunch of stuff there, and also looking at technology and what we can do to help take advantage of technology to speed things up. We have about 15 people who've signed up for the Hewitt Text Banking campaign, and we've also used that for the state of California as well to reach out to both the Joe Jorgensen supporters and contacts, and also now to registered voters, registered libertarians in the state about Jeff Hewitt. So lots of exciting things there about ways that we can reach people that we haven't reached people before.
Yeah, I know we're kind of in the middle of a technology upgrade to Nation Builder so we can manage our volunteers and get all these stuff better. And I've kind of been sick, so I haven't been able to get quite caught up. My team is actually ahead of me. They're getting all these events and stuff done, and I still haven't gotten my work done. So, but that's after you leave, I get to go sit and explain to Sacramento, okay, what we've been doing for the last few months. But it's been, I've been sick, so we might as well do it right now. I've been kind of in and out the hospital and have some issues. So my part of the work, that I'm supposed to be doing hasn't been getting done. But the rest of the team has been busy. They've got the picnic plan. They've got the permits pulled for a 9/11 rally. They're all working behind the scenes. We added a at-large member, Karen Netherton. She's a very experienced volunteer. She's now come on to be as a board member. So we're actually expanding here in Sacramento County. We're continuing to grow. We've actually had a very nice growth pattern, despite the fact that we actually haven't done any very much specific registration. We're actually continuing to grow our pattern. So things like this, the public access TV show we do here and the podcast we've grown here, those type of grassroots efforts, they pay off in the long run, but sometimes it's hard to see it until you have to take a break and you're not getting work done and you say, oh, but it's still continuing. So
yeah, those things just keep bearing fruit over and over again. With our new Twitter account, we have more than 200 followers in just the space of a month or so. And kudos to Adrian Malagon, our vice chair, for getting that set up and getting that out. He had one post where he replied to a tweet from, I think it was the White House, that got thousands of impressions. Or it might have been tens of thousands of impressions. It was very, very well received. Speaking of which, I believe we both have about 50 members in our respective counties. Is that right?
Yeah, it goes from 50 to 54, 59, something like that. It bounces around there, yeah.
You're probably a step up on us. You want to have a race to 100?
Sure. Cool. My team's going to yell at me, but what the hell?
Let's talk about offline. And I want to include some other folks in this as well. I believe that Ventura County down south is close to us. And there's a couple other ones. Alameda County right next door to us is pretty close to that, as well as Riverside County. I'll catch up with you offline and let's figure out what we want to do with that.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll have a friendly little something. We'll figure it out. My team's good things, but let them be mad at me. If they're mad at me for this, that's I'm in a good spot.
To be fair, she probably fit 100 or whoever has the most at a certain point. I mean, that's a big jump to make, 50 to 100 for both of us. We're at, I think, 47, 48 at this point. But it's I want to see more counties get past that 100 mark. It's exciting to get to that level,
Yeah, and we probably have some low-hanging fruit, so it might be not really fair. So there's probably some low-hanging fruit that if I just went and shook the tree a little bit, I can run. I have to go do that anyway. So yeah,
So you're telling me I picked a fight with Goliath here? Oh well.
I'm not gonna say Goliath. No. It's just I've got some unpicked fruit hanging on the tree. That's all it means.
Yeah, we've got 4 or 5 renewals that I need to remind a couple people about. But yeah.
But that's kind of the back end of the business that people don't understand. We have to look at these, and those trees have to be picked. You can't just expect them to fall off into your lap. You have to actually go pick those trees.
For anyone who's not aware, if you're not sure about whether you are up to date with your California and national renewal, which now can be renewed at the same time, you can go to ca.lp.org and click on My Membership, and you can actually see when your membership renewal comes up. And if you're a county chair, you can even log in and see all your county people, how many people are members in your county and who just had their memberships lapse. So you can call them and gently remind them to please renew their membership.
Yep, you can do that in Sacramento. So if you're in here in Sacramento, you can go to lpsac.org and they have the same system set up where you can check. I don't think you can check your national or state, but you can check. Well, if you check your local, you're checking your state. So, so that's how that one works. But you don't check your national. So yeah, go check yourself out at the state level. Sign up for those for the website. Get your account set up. That's important for communication, to be able to reach out for volunteer efforts. If you sign up on that website, we can actually mark on the back end what type of volunteers you'd like to do, so we can actually outreach to you as a volunteer for the very specific task that you want to be signed up for. We've actually gotten that sophisticated now, where we can actually do that, but we need your help. We need your help to go in there and tell us what you're interested in, so we can actually get the more directed contact. Otherwise, I have to go in and do it and find out what you want, remember, and put it into myself, and I'll do it, but it takes time. So it's easier if they go in and do it themselves. All right. So if you got anything else, Kevin, I think that is enough for tonight. Any closing thoughts?
No, just James, thank you for having me on tonight. It's great to talk to you as always, and watch for more exciting things from the Hewitt campaign, opportunities to volunteer. Please do go to hewittforca.com and sign up to volunteer and donate. And looking forward to working with you on more things here in the Northern California area.
Yeah, well, I do try to do these as often as I can. I try for once a week, but of course then I get sick and it doesn't happen, so I don't promise anything anymore. I just try to do it as often as I can.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're feeling a little better and enjoy your vacation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the doctor's orders to rest and relax. My vacation came at a perfect time, just as I'm starting to feel better, but still need to rest and relax. And so it's really kind of worked out. But, I'm just glad that I'm feeling better, so I can sit here and actually have conversations with you and other chairs, other party officers. You ever want to sit down and have a conversation, I'm happy to do so. And we will see you guys on the next time.